Welcome back to Forward Progress, part of the Hammer Betting Network. I'm your host, Jason Cooper, here alongside Cleve TA. And today we're going to take a look at the player who have the most rushing touchdowns in the NFL in 2024. Before we do that, quickly want to remind everyone that Forward Progress is now sponsored by Fanduel. We're excited to partner with Fanduel for the 2024 NFL season with their industry-leading product, wide variety of NFL offerings, great live menu that's easy to use, and fast payouts. We're still a few weeks away from the NFL kicking off, but in the meantime, Major League Baseball is the only thing that is getting us through the dog days. And this summer, FanDuel is hooking up all customers with a boost or a bonus daily. That's right. There's something for everyone every day for the rest of the summer. You can take your boost or bonus and bet on everything MLB related, from home runs to strikeouts and even the final score. Plus, with FanDuel, you can combine your bets in a live same game parlay for a shot at an even bigger payout. So head over to FanDuel.com and start racking up some runs in the sun. Must be 21 plus, 18 plus in DC, and present in select states. Opt-in required. Wager requirements apply. Bonuses awarded as non-withdrawable bonus bets or profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including bonus expirations. See terms and conditions at fanduel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit rg-help.com. In Colorado, DC, Illinois, Iowa, Kansas, in affiliation with Kansas Star Casino, Kentucky, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, North Carolina, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Vermont, Virginia, and Wyoming. Call 1-800-NEXTSTEP or text NEXTSTEP to 53342 in Arizona. 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut. 1-800-9-WITH-IT in Indiana. Visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net in West Virginia. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 1-800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts, or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York. All right, let's head over to FanDuel. Let's check out the most rushing TDs market. TA, who do you have finishing with the most rushing touchdowns in 2024? Tell us a little bit about this.
Yeah, I think from a long shot perspective, taking a guy like Zach Moss from an offense like the Bengals has a lot of value at this number. You know, you look at Joe Mixon moved on to the Texans. Cincinnati, obviously a really good offense. Mixon saw the second most rush attempts among running backs last year inside the 5-yard line with 21. And then the third most in 2022 was 17. So 38 attempts inside the 5-yard line the last 2 years. Makes a lot of sense with an offense like the Bengals. We're going to be in position to score a lot of points this year. They face one of the easiest schedules in the NFL, according to my ratings. You look at some of the teams that they're facing, like the Patriots and Denver, Las Vegas, Carolina, Washington, the Giants, and Tennessee. You know, Moss could be in line for a lot of opportunities, both in just kind of regular rush attempts, but really at the goal line, where, you know, Mixon saw all of those attempts. So I think, you know, being on such a good offense, being on a team with such an easy, you know, projected schedule, there should be a ton of opportunities for Moss to score touchdowns and rack up, you know, a potential, you know, lead the league number here. So I think that at this number, it's just a little bit too short. You know, Moss has an opportunity to put up some big numbers here. So I think he makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, right now it's sitting at 40-1, but you mentioned before you play it up to 35-1. Odds are obviously subject to change here, but with the Zach Moss leading the NFL in touchdowns here, are you worried at all about Chase Brown kind of taking over the backfield? Because we don't know for sure who's going to be that RB1 in this offense, if there's going to be an RB1, if they're going to be a timeshare. Are you worried at all about Chase Brown?
Yeah, so it's if I had a yardage prop, for sure, could be a split here, but I'm just looking at purely touchdowns. And to me, kind of your worst case scenario for a guy like Moss is maybe, you know, Brown gets a larger majority of the regular share, but Moss gets all the short yardage and goal line attempts. But that's the worst case to me. You know, Chase Brown is not a big running back. He among his attempts last year, he had none in short yardage at 3 yards or less. So, you know, it doesn't seem like Cincinnati really feels like he's a short yardage type of back. So, you know, at worst case, you get kind of a split backfield and you get Moss getting all the short yardage and goal line attempts and racking up touchdowns that way, kind of like a David Montgomery last year with the Lions, or even a Jamal Williams, who led the NFL in touchdowns 2 years ago in a shared backfield with DeAndre Swift. And obviously the upside scenario is Chase Brown just isn't very good, or he gets hurt at his size, and a guy like Moss just gets all the carries and gets all of those in-game kind of middle of the field attempts, along with all the goal line carries. So yeah, it's not ideal, but that's why I guess his odds are not shorter than this. But to me, I think I don't think Chase Brown is all that great. Wasn't very efficient last year, and I think at his size, and a lack of short yardage and goal line attempts, Moss will be able to rack up all of those touchdowns.
All right, that wraps it up here. Let's lock that in. Zach Moss, 40-1, 100 to win 4,000 for the most rushing touchdowns in the NFL. That wraps it up for us here today. So before you head out, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on our newest content. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys in the next one.